I'd say so. Top tier players, and then me. I'm in there somehow, but yeah, you know, that's the way.
It happens.
Speaking of happening, this race is happening right now, and we have Kammesennin versus Kuumba. Both starting off in quick.
Do you know if we had any sort of gentleman's agreements between these two runners? Like, you know, Kuumba's going to agree to Buster only or anything, or is it all out for him?
I'd imagine it'd be all out. I don't know. I haven't heard anything on a gentleman's agreement or not. Kuumba actually just paused buffered to make sure to get far enough, just in case there was a fat fan there. There was not, but yeah. Looks like Kame might be, his timer's a little heavy. Holy moly, and he makes the damage boost through. He's gonna be hoping or using an E-Tank, one or the other. Yeah, definitely using the E-Tank here to make it through.
Yeah. These blockies just do a ton of damage to Mega Man.
They really do.
Kuumba getting lucky with the health drop, which means he'll get to keep his E-Tank.
Yeah, that's the health drop on Kuumba's screen that Kammesennin wanted. Kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh!
Prodigy special.
Yeah, kissing the lasers. Kuumba starting from scratch, so to speak. Maybe not from scratch completely, but he's over here at the checkpoint. That's going to give Kame a decent-sized lead as he's on the final corridor, about to hit the boss room. Kuumba's still going to have to do the laser section coming up. Alright, we find Heatman in Quickman boss room.
Yeah, this is actually one of the better places to run into Heatman because those little pillars in the floor give you some room to jump over him more easily. Especially when he's a slow burn like this, where he just comes at you so slowly. It's very easy to run into him. Oh, that was so close. Kame clutching. Oh no! Yeah, when you've only got 2 HP against Heatman, there's not a lot to be done. Dodge him as much as you can, but there's a limit to that. It didn't... Did Kuumba die once, or did he die twice? I feel like...
I only saw him die once. He might have died twice. I'm actually... kind of trying to set up a little bit more because for whatever reason I can't hear the audio, but maybe that's just on my end.
Yeah, actually, I'm not getting audio either. Now that you mention it, hopefully the viewers are.
Right on, right on. Yeah, and Kame is gonna make it out of Quickman, so he's still somewhat ahead. But Kuumba, you know, being like I introduced him as Master of the Zip, he will more than likely be able to zip a bit. Here shortly.
Oh yeah, somebody in chat says that they're also missing the game audio, so... Interesting. Yeah, this first stage here has turned out to troll both of our runners, which is kind of interesting. They, of course, don't know the status of the other runner, so they don't know, the other person had a hard time with quick stage. They just know what's going on for them. And that can be tilting, you know, that can throw people off, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch if these guys got items or not out of quick stage, but I can tell you that Kammesennin going for Heatman stage second, which is kind of crazy-ish, but I mean, as far as Kame is concerned, you know, Buster only, he's not too worried about it. It's probably the smarter play for him, as going there and getting it over with can probably end up saving time in the long run, I'd imagine. In Buster, using Buster strats. Kuumba using more traditional any percent strats where he's in Flash stage. He's gonna probably try to wait to save Heatman stage for later as item 3. is what he's going to want to find so he can zip the last corridor and save probably a good 20 seconds by doing so. But yeah, Kame making it first try across the Oku blocks. Pretty good. Kuumba finds a Fat Fan blocking his way up top. And yeah, can't do anything with the Fat Fan at the bottom. So he's not going to get that E-Tank up there.
Yeah, this seed having a surprising number of fans, both in heat and flash.
Yeah, meanwhile, speaking of flash, Kuumba's entering the gate, and Kame busters down that flash as he finds flash in Heatman stage and gets item 3, which he's not going to use because he's Kammesennin.
The metal on metal fight here.
But see, that will negate what I just told you guys about the item 3 zip that Kuumba's going to be looking for, because we found where it is, and yeah, so, we know that Kuumba's not going to be able to get it in Heatman stage. But in the meanwhile, he does find item 1 in Flash, so he's going to go to Woodman stage.
Yeah, and we, just to let people know, we are working on the audio issue to see if we can get that resolved. Yeah, this, what is it lately with Sniper Joe's and Wood stage, right?
I think that's just where they're supposed to be, and yeah.
That's just their hangout.
Yeah, that's their new home. I think they patched the vanilla game after 20 some odd years, and that's their new spot.
Yeah. Okay, so my understanding on the audio is maybe you guys at home can hear the audio, but we can't. So if a great track comes through, you'll have to let us know.
Right, yeah. Let us know about the bangers, because we like these bangers. Oh, Kuumba with the screen too. Goodwood zip start.
So
Fancy.
stationary item 1, huh?
Not quite stationary, but very slow. Slow enough to where he couldn't get it on this first ladder screen that he's going across right now. And it's also good because you can check. Oh my goodness! First try, pixel perfect ladder grab, top of the ladder grab to get the second part of Goodwood zip. Very nice. Meanwhile, not to forget about Kammesennin, he takes out Metal Man. Not quite sure if he got an item. I don't think he did though.
Won't matter. But yeah, I didn't see either.
yeah. What? Kame and his non-items. That's his thing. He's the Buster only dude, the master of the Buster.
Airman not exactly being a bro, and not really Buster weak either. But Kuumba not having too much trouble.
Would you say Kame is a master blaster?
Yeah, he's looking for his pet frog.
There you go. Yeah, Kuumba making his way to metal. Kame doing one of the only zips he's allowed to do, which is the pause buffer zip. Technically, he could. He's allowed to do the rest of them. He just doesn't. You know, honor code. Yeah, Kuumba knows he's not gonna get the zip with his item 1. Just kidding. It's Kuumba. Wow, and he makes it work. First try, flawless. Yep. So sick.
Yeah, these zips are giving him a pretty good advantage. Kame's got to race flawlessly to stay ahead when his opponent's just zipping everywhere.
Yeah, but to be fair, Kame is in his 4th Robo fight, and Kuumba is still on the way to his 4th Robo fight.
It's true.
So you know, this is a pretty even race so far.
Kuumba going for the E-Tank there. Is Kame having technical difficulties?
He might be. I don't know what's happening exactly on his end. Oh, there we go.
Really good use of item 1 on Kuumba's screen. I don't know if you saw that, but he dodged the blockies with item 1s. Not as easy as it looks. Not as easy as he makes it look.
Yeah, and Kuumba gonna finish up metal. No items here, so it looks like item 2 might be locked in crash or air, one or the other. We've seen all the other ones. We know item 1 is in flash, item 3 is in heat, and we know no items are in bubble, which is where Kuumba finds himself. So Kame is gonna let us know if item 2 is indeed here in air stage or not, as he's finding LV Creed's favorite enemy to deal with in this stage, which would be the crabs.
Yeah, on the first screen of air, he had the fun pleasure. So when the crushers fall down and you kill them, their hitbox will sometimes remain for a while, and that happened to him twice. That he tried going forward and hit the phantom hitbox.
Oh, Kuumba dropped down and opted to do the item 1 zip from vanilla on the bubble zip, and that actually ends up saving time. But if you get it first try, but apparently this item 1 stays on screen long enough to be able to zip. So that's pretty legit about this item, even though it does move slow.
Yep. Kuumba is selectively taking damage from the little frog there, so he could use iframes to run through the big frog, and that's a pretty smart strat too, because the little frogs do 1 HP of damage, and the big frog does, I don't know, something else. I forget how much, but it's just a little HP conservation.
Right on, yeah, smart move. Very nice by Kuumba, and he's going to be fighting Bubble, and item 2 is indeed going to be locked in Crash. Not like you really need it. The only place Kuumba would save time with item 2 would be the end of Heat stage. So if he finds himself in Crash before he goes to Heat, then he'll be saving that time by riding item 2 instead of doing Yoku's.
So if
he's not gonna be doing that though.
Yeah, I think what he realized is he doesn't have a life due to the crash zip.
Oh, is that the case? Okay, yeah, that could be it. Because he used a life on Goodwood and he did take a death. So, assuming he didn't pick up any 1-ups anywhere, then yeah, that's definitely the case.
If he has item 2, he can get a life in this stage, but if he doesn't have item 2, I kind of expected him to suicide. Oh, he has 2 lives actually. He's fine on lives. Never mind.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I would assume that Crash would have been the for zip runners. Well, technically, he can buster these guys down in item 1 and zip, but no, it looks like he might just do it. Just kidding. No walking here.
Oh, he's got to reset.
Yeah, he's gonna have to reset. Oh, he's put the way he's placing the items. He's trying to get it to where he clips into the ceiling, making sure the item 1 goes for him. Yeah, he's got it. There it is.
Uh-oh. Did he soft lock?
No, I think it's a screen freeze. I don't.
Oh, you're right, because the timer's not going. Okay, yeah, I was worried the fan caused a soft lock there, but yeah, it looks like he's good.
Oh, you know what? I have the wrong chat pulled up because we got moved from 4 to 5. So I'm sitting here looking, and people are talking about gravity and ice temples, and I'm like, yo, we're not playing Legend of Zelda.
Yeah, there's no time for Zelda. We've got Mega Man to watch. Yeah, so I think I bet both runners are gonna do Crash last. That seems to be what's shaping up here. Although I think Kame's order has more to do with where the stages are located on the menu screen than any particular order. Oh, interesting. He despawned that crash barrier by zipping a little bit on the Lightning Lord platform. I know you can despawn enemies, but I didn't realize you could despawn crash barriers.
Yeah, I unfortunately missed it. I'm gonna have to go back. Somebody clip it. Make it a lot easier. Yeah. Make it easier for me. Please do that. But yeah, no, I'm sure that looked pretty sweet. On the other hand, I didn't get to see it. But yeah, I guess you can despawn whatever. I'm assuming that has to do with the bird. Oh no. Kuumba, no.
Yeah, that's the problem with those Metroids. Even though they're periodic and you can manipulate their movement, if you're not keeping up on their cycles, they're gonna knock you in a hole.
Yeah, speaking about keeping up, I think I'm a stage behind the tracker. My bad. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Yeah.
And plus, you know, you made the tracker, so aren't you supposed to be running it? Isn't that how that goes? No, I'm just playing.
I think you're right, yeah.
That's A plus B equals Daggett tracking. Okay, gotcha. Alright, so Kame makes it out of Flash. He finds his item 1, and he's got Crash left, while Kuumba is on the end of, or getting towards the end of Air, and he will be finishing. Actually, he's midpoint, so Kame is still about half a stage ahead.
Yep.
But he could lose this time because we know Kuumba is zipping, and he has item 1, so he will more than likely be using that zip to get straight to the checkpoint crash. So depending on these elevator screens for Kame, these guys could be pretty close right now.
Yep. Yeah, this is going to be laggy, really laggy for Kame. Frogs are one of the laggiest enemies in the game, which is why we started calling them lagphibians.
Right, yeah, I believe, don't quote me on this, I think XR Tech was the first one to come up with that
Yep,
phrase.
you were correct.
So shoutouts to XR Tech, wherever he might be. Yeah, Kame riding these elevators. He's gonna get to the checkpoint before Kuumba finishes the zip, so I'll still go ahead and give him the slight advantage lead here. Because Kuumba's not even in that stage just yet, and Kame is a ladder away. Kuumba searching for weaknesses here.
Yeah, Kame, you might have noticed also, he shot a bunch of the baby frogs, but not all of them. That was a lag reduction strat that also prevented the frogs from creating more baby frogs, because if there are no frogs, they'll make 3 more.
Right. Yeah, you definitely want to reduce the lag any way you can by killing those baby frogs off, but then again, like you said, you want to leave at least one.
Kame's in a bind here. Oh, he gets it. Okay.
Very nice. It looks like he paused down. Oh, he's taking these hits. Oh, just enough. He's gonna go ahead and E-tank. Smart move.
Meanwhile, it looks like Kuumba is looking for a different setup for this zip. He tried the second screen, which is an easier setup, but the problem with doing it on that screen is the tellies that home in on Mega Man.
Yeah, and they respawn as well, so...
Yeah.
So he went back down to go get it from screen 1. At this point, I don't know if he'd be saving time here, I imagine. Maybe a little bit still, but... Well, I'll say he is, because we know what's on the elevator screens, and they are lagging.
Yep. But I will say he is behind. Kame going into the boss fight right now.
Yes, indeed, and that boss is going to be Quick Man, and looks like he is Buster weak.
But I will say, so even though Kuumba's behind right now, anything could happen in the castle stages of this seed because we've got one runner who does it Buster only, and the other runner who's going to take every zip he has access to, and the castles have a fair number of time-saving zips. So this is still anyone's game.
Yeah, this is true. This is true, and yeah, I mean some areas Buster only, then with zips, and sometimes it's vice versa. Sometimes going Buster only is faster than zipping because of you know, it's harder to zip sometimes. All depends down to the RNG. Meanwhile, we are in Wily 1, so that means absolutely nothing. We're not playing any games, and I'm signing out. Take it easy. A lot of people like to play the Mega Man 2 Randomizer color guessing game of the Mecha Dragon at the end of the stage, so make sure to get your guesses in chat. Daggett, what do you think?
I'm going Barbie Dragon, and I'm going Crash Week. But you?
Alright, I will go Kin Dragon Weak to Metal. And I'm talking Kin Masters, not Barbie's boyfriend this time. So, Red Dragon, how about that? Kin Masters Red. Is that a color? That is now.
So you're about to see one of the only places that Kame has to make an exception to Buster only. So Wily 1 because there's a couple areas he can't cross, but also as he fights the Wily bosses, they're likely to be immune to Buster. So we're very likely to see him switch it up and use some weapons here.
Right, yeah, this is true. Also, yeah, playing, we know none of the Wily bosses are going to be immune to Buster. Or weak to Buster, I'm sorry. Because that's just how it goes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Kame will confirm this in chat. Not right now, of course, because one of our tournament rules is not to allow the runners in chat. That way to keep things random for them and no spoilers for them. But yeah, this dragon is like a peach. Looks like a peach.
And it's not Buster Week.
Is it gonna die like a peach?
It's not Heat Air. Oh, it is Leaf Week. So Kame will usually stick with whatever weapon he finds that works until he's out of ammo.
Oh my gosh, I'm so scared for him, but he makes it.
Yeah, he clutched it out, but yeah, that was a challenging fight. Kuumba with a nice little zip there off the ladder.
Yeah, I definitely do that zip as well, and I learned off of Kuumba, watching him in this tournament last year. So yeah, shoutouts to Kuumba for all the innovation and awesome zips he does. Him and Creed and hey, even Prodigy now. I mean, all those guys with the zips, you know, blazing the trail for us that like to clip into the wall and fly.
Yeah, I learned an alternate setup on the first Crash zip thanks to Kuumba. That's if you've got a good item 1, it's so easy because you just set it and forget it sort of thing. Yeah, it's actually one of the cool things about like the community we have here around the randomizer is nobody likes to like sit on the tricks and sort of like hold them hostage or keep them secret or anything. Everybody likes sharing all anything they discover. They're like, guys, check this out, you know, like that sort of thing. And I think that makes it fun. It makes the competition more interesting.
Nice. And speaking of interesting, your Crash weakness was correct. Kuumba shows us.
Woohoo!
My medal was wrong. But Crash was there, and Kuumba's entering Boo Beams as Kame. Boo Beams, listen to me. Kuumba's entering Wily 2 as Kame's entering Pico.
Oh, and it's weak to supercharged heat. So the randomizer randomizes basically everything, and one of the things it randomizes is how long it takes to charge up heat. And sometimes you get this heat, which is just instantly supercharged.
Yeah, problem with this is Kame's not gonna have heat later on, but according to him, it's okay to refill as you might need the weapons. So Buster only rules. He's not allowed to use the weapons unless he can advance, but he is allowed to menu to go refill them.
Yep, and we'll see him refill that right here probably. Unless he skips it.
Yeah, no refills. He's taking it ballsy. Maybe he'll, I don't know, or maybe he'll just hope that that nothing else is weak to heat. That's a certain possibility as well.
Yeah, neither of our runners know the barrier weakness yet. I haven't seen either of them attempt to destroy any barriers. They know it's not Buster weak, but that's about it.
Kuumba finding his way to Pico, while Kame's about halfway through Wily 3 now.
Kuumba also discovering this nice supercharged heat. Yeah, apparently Kame has decided he just doesn't care about refilling that heat at all, because he could have grabbed a capsule on his way in.
Yeah, you know, using weapons are cheating. Is cheating, according to Buster only players. You know,
he does get a fortuitous Buster weak guts tank. Alright, here you see him go for...
there goes his refills. Now I will say, I saw Kuumba switch to air, and he used air a bit, and I say a bit, it took a lot of weapon energy when he was using it, so that can definitely end up... He's just going to go ahead and refill all the air instead of using any charge heat. He's still got half of the heat, so...
Kame checking for the false floors here, they've also been randomized.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I expect him to pause buffer. I don't know why he didn't do it the first time, honestly, but maybe he forgot or didn't. Maybe he thought he'd make the jump. Probably the latter. And this is the scary part for Kame. But he's found the where the in-betweens are. So even though that section is randomized, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I thought he was about to. He was about to. If he could have got that like first or second try, I'm sure he would have did the mini corridors there, because that's his version of it, right?
Right.
So, but anything other than 1 or 2 tries of trying to clip that ladder, I think he's probably wasting time, and he knows it, so he just moves on. Very smart of Kame. Kuumba finds Buster Weak Guts Tank. The seed obviously breaks the rules, because one of the wily bosses is indeed Buster Weak, and oh my goodness, Kame in trouble. He's gonna have to damage boost a couple times. This screen right here. Oh, he makes it though.
Very, very well executed.
Yeah, very, very much so. Yeah, Kame, master of the Buster and the Buster strats. That was definitely one of the examples of why we call him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got it. He caught it in time.
That's not a great situation to be in, though, for him. It means on the refights he's going to have to be careful and go a little slower than normal. And hopefully he makes it through this with the health he has.
Fishing. Well, I'm sure, you know, no E-tanks be able to pause buffer the once we get down to the nitty-gritty. Okay, we've got air for walls. And he's gonna
have to be careful.
Yeah. Oh, Buster, okay. Yeah, pause buffering is definitely in his future, and he knows it. There it is. So,
yeah, when Mega Man's in the teleport animation, he has no hitbox, and you can use that to your advantage in this fight.
cutting it pretty close. He took the last hit instead of buffered that one. Fine. Kuumba, on the other hand, is dealing with the rabbit screen, and he's dealing with that item 1, so he's gonna make it first try on that screen as well.
Oh, he's gonna do the Wily 4 zip here. Catch up to Kame a bit.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna help him out. He's now in Wily 4. He's got to do right. So if he can find the weaknesses quicker than Kame, he still has a chance at this race, especially if he zips corridor at the end in the alien, which you know. You know.
Yeah.
He probably will. Knowing Kuumba. My
Certainly
man.
a good chance of it.
Alright, he's found the air weakness to the walls and the buster weakness. So, Kame's got 2 bosses down. I usually try to track refights, but since I'm commentating, I don't think I'm going to this time. Sorry guys about that, but yeah, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, and you see Kame here grabbing a lot of health refills after he kills things, and that's unfortunately slow, and if you could take an E-Tank instead, that's much faster, and he doesn't have any E-Tanks, so he kind of wants to get to the Wily machine with a lot of health.
Ooh, the way he handled the airman, unfortunately, the wind got him, and he's going to take a death, but yet he is still 3 Robo Masters ahead at this point. Sorry, 2, as Kame's on Robot Master 4, and Kuumba's on number 3.
Yeah, this is a close race.
It's also clockwise versus counterclockwise.
Right. Kuumba can also use weaknesses if he managed to learn any of those. I don't remember. And weaknesses can save a lot of time.
That's true, yeah. And Kuumba's 1 robo ahead. Gonna have to clutch this one out. I'll say one ahead. Sorry, he's 1 behind. And now I think they're on the same robot fight as that's boss 5 for Kame. Kuumba is on his boss 5.
Boss 5 and Frozen.
That's boss 6 now. As Quickman falls, Kuumba having to take the E-Tank here.
Yeah, this seems like it was a challenging airman.
Yeah, definitely. As he was not a bro. No bro on the air. On the air, bro.
Kame trying to end the Robomaster fights with as much health as possible, because if the machine's not Buster weak, you don't know how much health you're going to need for the fight.
Yeah, definitely. It pretty much takes full health, but luckily it is Buster weak for Kame, so this machine's going down. Kame making the refill that he needs.
Yep, he should be good for Wily 6.
Yeah, now the question is, will he make it to Alien before Kuumba makes it to the beginning? It's pretty close, because if Kuumba gets the corridor zip, these guys are going to be pretty close going into the Alien.
Yeah.
Because Kuumba's on his last robo right now. I think Kame's got the slight edge, though, maybe by 5 to 10 seconds at this current time. Because he's going to be definitely hitting the door very soon, and then Kuumba still has to beat the machine.
If it's a Buster weak alien, this is all over. And it's not.
Oh,
So-
Kame finds it. What is that?
Crash?
Nice.
GG Kame.
Yeah, GG's to Kammesennin. done with the official SRL time of 34 minutes and 32 seconds. Get your GGs in the chat. And Kuumba makes the zip, and he's on his alien fight now. Well, you know, honestly, I didn't even see him make that zip. I just assumed that he did. He's already there. but GG's for Kuumba. Well, with an official SRL time of 34 minutes and 59 seconds. Little difference of about 20 some odd seconds. So, yeah, very nice to both runners. Oh, snap. Did I dot on the right guy? I for some reason I think Kuumba won. No. Done this
one. Do you know if we need a new room?
I believe we do. Okay, there we go. Sorry, you know. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. No, but there we go. Kame's got the win on that one. On the Mega Man hand, the score 1-0 for Kammesennin at its current time. Yeah, we're gonna need a new room and roll these guys a seed and right back, guys. So stay tight.
Yeah, so this is these tournament matches are best of 3. So I think anything could happen in round 2. I think both of our players came in a little bit cold today, so I think we'll see them warm up. And I think, you know, as we saw, that first stage was difficult for both of our runners. There were multiple deaths, and I don't think we'll see that on the second seed.
Yeah, I think I mean, without giving too much personal information, I think Kame 2-hour road trip that he had to come back from, maybe with work or something. So he was like, I might be late to the race or whatever. So I know he hadn't had any time to practice. I'm assuming Kuumba didn't either. And to be honest, I don't think Kuumba really practices Rando too much. I mean, we know Kuumba as the zip master and the ROM hack master. So I mean, and in playing all those ROM hacks, and I mean, he played Rando a lot. Obviously, he's played last year. He's played this year. He plays, but perhaps he's so good at the zips and just Mega Man 2 in general, with the basic game knowledge that, you know, at one point, practice is good and all, but you don't really need the practice, right? Because you put that many hours, you have the practice already. So, so yeah, I'd imagine he's probably cold as well. So, but yeah, we're definitely going to race 2 out of the potential 3, and yeah, like these guys have got their seed rolled out. Kappa, no pun intended. Okay, there was a pun intended there.
No way.
Rolled out. Rolled it. Shoutouts to Daggett as well for making the.
Thank you.
That was definitely named like Mega Man 2 Rando Bot or something like that before somebody else might have or might not have named a separate bot that wasn't as good Roll Chan, and we just put the other the name, but
merge that together.
Yeah.
Yeah,
with our powers combined.
It's nice that Duckfist fixed the bug that we had last year where we had to vet seeds. You know, once that was no longer an issue, it was really easy to automate the process of generating seeds, and then we can just do it in an unbiased way. Just have a machine generate the seed for people.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. That's pretty awesome that you were able to do that. That means I don't have to be around so much. So thank you very much for that. But But you know, I like being around for these races. It's awesome races, awesome runners. I think we're waiting for them to ready up, and then we'll tell them when, and these guys will be ready. But they do have their seeds loaded, so yeah, we the new update, of course, as if you've been following the tournament, allows our runners to choose different sprites for Mega Man, but we're stuck with the classic Mega this time. So and nothing wrong with that, because it's an awesome game, and he's an awesome actor, you know. So there he is.
Yeah, I haven't raced too much with Proto and Base, but I know with Rollchan, you kind of have to learn a different visual cue for when you're at the end of platforms, which kind of changes the game a little bit. I'm impressed that Creed can switch between them so easily. Just being a very precise platformer at the higher tiers.
Yeah, sorry, don't mind me. I'm trying not to chew on microphone. I'm over here snacking, man. It's about that time. But not just yet, because I'm gonna finish watching these matches first. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Rollchan seems to have a little smaller sprite than the others. I'll say Base, Mega Man, and Proto Man all share about the same sprite length. I think Base's sprite is a tad bit bigger, although the hitboxes are all the same. It's just different visual cues per sprite, because the sprites are different sizes.
Yeah.
Kame taking a quick rest break, I think. So Kuumba is gonna show us some of this Rockman 3 Winter Night hack. Pretty neat. You totally didn't hear that.
Yeah, Kuumba's our like resident ROM hack expert. I mean, we have a lot of players in the community who are experts at the ROM hacks, but Kuumba's like just even more expert than some of the others.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with world records, multiple world records in different hacks, yeah, definitely very good at ROM hacks. Kame with does he have world records in Buster only? I'm sure he probably does somewhere, right? Kame is the man, just by the way, in case you guys didn't know. Both of these guys are the man, but yeah, Kame trying the Triple M Buster only. That's 3 different Mega Man series, all Buster only. Let me release these guys right quick, and we'll continue to talk on. Oh, you did it. Cool. But yeah, Triple M Buster only. That's insane, you guys. Like, I can't even do the classic series Buster
Right?
only. I can't even do the classic series completely just yet with weapons. And this man's going around Buster only the whole series. Insane.
That Sigma fight, Buster only, like you can't even get all the upgrades. It's challenging. It's I don't recommend it.
Yeah, that's